Hello everyone, this is Money Mom. Welcome to the channel. Today I want to chat with you guys about several reasons that many Americans would really struggle during a recession, economic downturn, job loss, all that good stuff. Let's get started and talk about it. I've done some research on this. A lot of this stuff I already knew, but whether or not people think there's a recession or not, no matter what, many people are not prepared for things that may come up. The first thing is the average American, many of them have less than $1,000 in savings. You hear, different people have different amounts. It's going to depend on many factors, where you live and what your income is, but many have less than 1,000. Well, the average American's monthly expenses, and this, it's all over the place here, is $3,400. You're looking at, everything. I know our expenses each month, this is everything, is right around $3,300 a month. And that sounds like a lot for us who doesn't even have a mortgage, that it would be that much. Now that's everything, okay? And I'm not sure if that $3,400 is including groceries and all their insurances. Okay, the next thing is many people in America have over $100,000 in debt. Now that does include your mortgage. And so they have debt. So that's number two. Number three, the average American has $6,700 in credit card debt. Now that doesn't include car payment, which brings me to number four, the car payment. If you have a new car, the average new car payment is $745 a month. Now that's for new. Used, it's like $530. And obviously when you look up resources, they all might be a little different. This is a estimate guesstimate. I know someone recently that bought a new car, and due to them not having good credit, their car payment is $833 a month for a new car. So it depends on many factors, but if that person lost their job, that would be kind of tough. Number five, many people impulse buy. And not that I'm judging how other people spend their money, but I see people out and about, all the time, just buying a lot of stuff, and I call it death by a thousand cuts. Those dollars here and dollars there really add up, especially if you have a lot of debt. And another thing is many people love to buy all these updated electronics, and I know that updated electronics sound fabulous with all these updates, but a lot of times you have to wait till the glitches move out. By that time, there's a new updated electronic. Do we need to update our phones every single year? Do we need the brand new game devices that come out? Do we have to update these electronics as often as people think we do? And so impulse buying, updating electronics, all of that, I think is people will want to spend money on that versus spending money on things that they actually need. Okay, going out to eat all the time because you don't feel like packing your lunch and paying for just convenience in general, those things add up really quick. Okay, another thing that I put down is over 60% of people are living paycheck to paycheck, which means that if you lost your job, you would not have enough money to pay your next month's bills because you're looking for that next check. In other words, if your next check was late for some reason, you'd be up the creek without a paddle. You wouldn't be able to pay all of your bills. But 62% of Americans are living like that. Okay, the next one, number 8, 2/3 of people don't even have a budget, like a written down budget. I don't know about you guys, but I do have a budget written down about what I pay for everything. Let me know if you guys have that. I actually have that down, and I actually take a look at it every single month. Okay, number 9, many Americans are living above their means, which means they are actually in the red, and so they kind of have to juggle some things to pay. Many are paying late fees on things. Number 10, this is huge, and I know someone this happened to. I know someone recently that lost their job, and when they lost their job, they were unhappy at their job, so they lost their job. They no longer have health insurance, okay? And because they no longer have health insurance, there's medication they need. They can't afford Cobra. And so that's kind of a situation. If you have health issues, you need medicine, and you can't afford, you lose your job, you don't have health insurance anymore, and you're on medication, that could be something. Another thing, number 11, and I used to watch a YouTube channel, I haven't seen him around in a while. Many people don't have stockpiles of things that they need that you can stockpile, okay? Such as certain food items in your freezer, grooming products, things like that. There was a YouTube channel, and it's been a long time. This is years ago, okay? When I started watching YouTube, might have been 2012, 2013, something like that. And there was a woman that her husband kind of worked seasonally. And so sometimes he would get laid off. Well, what they did is during the good times, they'd stock away money, have it for savings, and make sure everything's repaired and maintained. Then they would stockpile certain things and have a really good stockpile. So during the leaner times, they were prepared for that. But many people that, are they could be on a lower income, or they use all the money that they make and they spend it all rather than setting it aside. They don't have stockpiles of items, okay? And last but not least, it takes up to, on the average, 4 to 5 months to get a new job if you lose your job or you get laid off. So you might say, well, Dawn, they could get on unemployment. Unemployment, if they get it, which you don't always get it depending on factors, it, doesn't always come in right away, and it doesn't take care of all the needs. A lot of people, if you make, example, and I'll just end with saying this. Let's say that after taxes, you make $4,000 a month. Many times you're going to spend that $4,000 a month or even a little more and go in debt. If you make $2,800 a month, you spend that. If you make $6,000 a month, you tend to spend that, and you have that lifestyle creep, which means you're not prepared. So I think there is a lot of folks out there that are not prepared, that are juggling things. People of all incomes. It's not just lower income. Sometimes some of the people I know that are on lower incomes are the ones that prepare because they actually don't have a choice. They're like, you know what? I don't make a lot of money. I'm going to have to figure I only have a little bit of money left over every month. That $100 that I have left over, I got to make sure I use a portion of it for stockpile and portion for saving, and they allocate that. So, and it just depends on the person. By the way, just to end with saying this, everyone's situation is different. Everyone's health is different. It depends where you live and a lot of different factors. This is just general information. I'd like to hear from you in the comments below what you think. And do you have anything that you feel is relevant in this video to your life? I'd love to hear from you. That's all I have to say for now. I love you. I appreciate you. And I sure hope to see you on tomorrow morning's video. Bye, everybody.